Been a while since I've streamed on Twitch. Oh, there we go. Not bad lag either. I can hear myself. It's super awkward and it's coming through. Shut up. It's coming through my own speakers. All right. Time to spread the good word and then we'll get this thing going. It's going to happen one more time. I hate it. You hate it. But it's going to happen one more time. All right, channel Discord. Channel. Stream is live on Twitch. Wonder if anyone's going to come. I haven't been on Twitch in a little while. All right. I think I got chat set up in a good side-by-side setup, and I think we're ready to start. Sup, Recalcitrant? Yeah, Valheim. I'm playing it. So we're gonna stream a little bit of Valheim. Look forward to it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Sup, Spud? I don't know if we can grow potatoes in this game. I think so. Didn't get super rare. Yeah, it's I would say with Valheim there's a right way to play. And you know, having friends helps. You can set up a server. Have some friends join in it. It increases the difficulty as well. But that's a big part. Hey everybody, it's the Allfather. Oh man, we'll be doing plenty of labor in Valheim. I mean, it's not slave labor if you're playing with friends. For example, you know, I shared food with them and gave them a place to stay. So how is that, you know, in exchange for their labor? Odin, a trickster god. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly Loki, but on the other hand, let's not give the impression that Odin's honest. We paid tithe to join your server. I might be able to set that up. It would be a little bit of an interesting test on the internet connection. Also, someone could... This is a new character. Oh yeah, Odin will tell a good lie. I mean, American Gods does a good job of it, where it's like, yeah, his big thing is, you know, death. But he'll manage a mass lie. All right, this is Hugin. We're gonna try to avoid talking to him as much as possible. Kind of sucks that we got wet. So here's the deal. It's a kind of a survival game, kind of a kind of a Minecrafty kind of thing. Yeah. We also have the objective of defeating all of these monsters that are depicted on the stones, and you're going to get little power-ups. So we kind of have an objective, which I like. Quack. Quack. Like how on the mini-map, the world's pretty big. So what we're going to be doing is, like many survival-ish games begin, we're going to be looking for sticks and stones so we can break some bones. There we go. Pretty pathetic at the start. Getting some tools will go a long way in helping that. And we're going to stick to probably the first biome. It's a little awkward. I don't know where anything is. I am playing a slightly modded version of the game. There's two that I would really encourage people to check out. One is called Craft from Containers, which basically gives you Dragon Quest Builders style crafting. The range. I hear the sound of wildlife. Oh. It's fisticuffs then, Greyling. You really don't want to fight with your fists. That's basically the only guy we can meaningfully do anything to. Let's get another stone. I mean, look, making a hammer is really important too. That's going to be the backbone of our civilization. Leave a little mushroom. Get some stammy stams. So food is super helpful. Does punching trees get you wood? Okay, so tree like this? Nah. 0. Little guy? Yeah. But you're better off just looking for branches at first, because, I mean, really we're looking for... Okay, fine. We're looking for 2 stone. And a wood. Raspberries. You can combine raspberries with blueberries to make jam, which is pretty good. There's also dandelions. They're not as good. You can make some meat out of them, just like in real life. Hi, Hugo. Hugo overstays his welcome at the beginning. Have a hearty meal? Yes. Not only can it make a huge difference, the game is basically impossible if you don't. Alright. Got an axe, baby. So, we got 2 objectives. Oh yeah, I also have better item stacks, which is very nice. So there's these birch trees. We can't cut them. They're going to give us fine wood if we do. We don't need it yet. We can't, quote, use it. But it's something. Our goal right now is going to be just find some stuff, build ourselves a rudimentary shelter, beat up that rock for a little bit, just because. Make a foe of nature, cut down all the trees. You know, maybe you say that in jest, but so when you cut down a tree, it makes noise. And things come looking for you. Also, sometimes there's a great big tree that also is a monster. There's basically a giant Groot. And he'll come kill you. See how Hugin's here again already? Now you don't have to do this, you don't get a ton of wood from the stump, but I mean, we're here to do the job right. Also, I would say you haven't really... I know exactly what it does. Yeah, that's what makes you the biggest danger of all. Yeah, you haven't really played Valheim until you've died from a tree logging accident, or tree logging intentionality. I got a buddy who, if he sees you walking up a hill, he will absolutely try dropping a tree on you. And it's funny when it lands on someone else. So with a big enough group, it's worth doing. And your chances of hitting someone go up. So maybe don't do that if you're playing with the spouse, but, you know. Alright, we got some wood. I've broken a house with a falling log. Oh, yeah. Yep. It's Hugin. Alright. So it all kind of starts with building a workbench, whose power is beyond human comprehension. There we go. Now we can get ourselves a hoe. And build the basic ingredients of a house. Is that Black Forest, right? Like by where we started? Probably not. So this area, the meadows, this is Easyville. Hello, Hugo. Oh, there we go. Oh, did he see me? Said deer may have noticed me. Let's just get that raspberry in our system. What with the hunting and the gathering? Yeah, or do it depending on the spouse. Yeah, you could always... that's probably more my cup of tea, to be honest. Hello, Hugin. Yeah, I'm working on it, man. But I also... require meat. So we're just kind of looking for some deer here. It would also be good to find the coast. Find ourselves some flint. I think would be a pretty prudent first step. Where's the hot tub? Next to my bikini. You know what? Actually, the hot tub is much more likely to be in my future. That's not that out of reach. Don't see myself ever wearing a bikini. But I have neither right now. Maybe, yeah. Maybe us guys got to get on the bikini stream craze. / category. Okay, so this is something you're going to come across a lot. Now, we could just repurpose this, make it our house. Probably has a bed in there, take it apart. But when I come across something like this, what I like to do is we set up a workbench. Oh. And that lets us use the quick demolish. And all these resources can be ours. Because you know what? House was empty. And look at all the wood we can get. Wood's pretty easy to get, so... Oh, our stam ran out. In the middle of Midgard, our house. That's weird. The bed is not decomposing. That suggests it's in like a non-placeable state. So, yeah, you can just with a middle click destroy something if a workbench is nearby. Really great. Also, if you're looking closely, you'll notice that like when the support for something disappeared, it fell. There's no floating blocks in this, or at least they don't float for very long. It's significant. You can repair your stuff at a workbench, but only if it has a roof. And we're going to have to get on that pretty quickly. Because our hammer is at half health. And I mean, I could just make a new one, but... yeah, you need good supports. Yeah, different materials have like different abilities to support things. You know, so something like stone, very strong, but needs to have a really strong vertical column underneath it for support. Something like wood, you can have it stick out a little bit. You know, have it cantilever out a little. But Can't build as high. So I think like with like iron reinforced wood, you can get up to maybe 28 meters or something like that. Shh. Oh, I can't believe it. It heard me. We're sneaking. If we run out of stam. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm not surprised he saw me there. But if we run out of stam, we stop sneaking. We want to sneak up on that deer and just club it on the head. On Twitch after 2 years. Well, I was streaming on YouTube. But oh my goodness. I mean, I know everyone likes to hate on YouTube, but not a fan of what they're doing. I'm going to post this to YouTube afterwards, though, because, you know, that's still where the audience is. All right. Shh, everyone. Prepare a moment for the kill. Now, we have to have a bit more stamina. And then we are just going to murder this little miracle of nature. Oh, darn it. Curse my weak stone axe. Normally you get a critical hit when you sneak up on them. Alright, well. Is there a slightly wounded deer? I may have to put this quest on hold. Oh. Let me know if you see it. It is much harder to follow them in the forest, what with the trees. And I'm going to be giving you lots more insightful tips just like that. Oh, I was just about to give up. Oh, that's the one I want. I want the buck. Okay, we might be all right. All right, there's many deer. That's the important thing. We got to start thinking building a shelter. Yeah, building a shelter and finding some flint. At no point. All right, yeah, there's coast, but it's far away. All right, we know that we can find deer pretty easily if we go back. So let's just work our way to the coast. It would be nice to have a flint axe instead. It's kind of unclear where the best place for a shelter is in this game, but like at the start, you're not going to build your forever home. You want your forever home probably to be close to iron and like a convergence of a bunch of biomes. And I think, oh, hello. Sup, Hugin? All right, so hunt his kin. So this is a little sacrificial altar where we can leave ourselves a sacrifice. Not like a person, like something that's already dead. What even is this game? This is Valheim. It is Viking Minecraft with more sailing, and I guess there's a little bit of a survival aspect to Minecraft, but there's like the right balance of it in this. Oh, heck yeah. I'm now level 2. If you're wondering, what does that mean? Answer is not a ton, because you kind of level up skills independently. All right. Crude bow, pretty handy. Flint spear, pretty handy. We can build ourselves a raft. Rafts are terrible. You want to make a carve or a longboat. Alright. 4 flint. What do we need to... Oh, we need a workbench to actually get the recipe costs. Or do we? Yeah, we do. We do. Alright, this is a decent spot. It's pretty flat. We can flatten it more later. We can build ourselves a little hut here, though, and the forest is right there. So, plunk down a workbench. Hi, Hugin. Great idea. Was that passive-aggressive enough? I was trying to lay it on thick, but not too thick. All right. Now check this out. It was blue, now it's green, now it's yellow. It is not supported by the ground there, right? So it's getting weaker and weaker. And eventually they just won't really stick. They'll just collapse as soon as we lay them down. So we're gonna have to put some foundations underneath it. But you wanna have adequate floor space. Later on we can sort of, I don't know, put some framing with better materials than what's going to be available to us right now. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not used to doing this without the ability to level the ground. As a matter of fact, change of plans. We're just gonna plunk this workbench here real quick. We're gonna wall around it. Because it can't be too exposed. It needs a roof and can't be too exposed. And those are separate things. But something like this. Alright, that usable? Yeah. Repair our stuff. Craft ourselves a hoe. Oh wow, we can make ourselves some terrible arrows. Okay, we could work through the night. Dave is a Fortnite pro? No. I think I can safely say I've never played Fortnite. Don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. I've played Spellbreak. That one seems kind of neat to me. I'm not good at it, but I played it. Probably about, I don't know, 20 rounds? I've gotten to the second last person a couple times. Alright. Leveling ground is a little bit of an art form in this game. Let's do that so we get a little bit more stammy stam. At night it's going to get cold, by the way. That's a real big pain. In this game, good things make you do stuff better, like being rested or warm. Bad things, like being cold and wet, make you less productive, and they make your stamina refill slower. That's like the big effect it has, but oh my goodness, can that be a pain, because you need stamina to attack. So, you know, getting attacked at night, that's a big deal. That's a BFD all of a sudden. All right, let's see if we can get... Yeah, there we go. Get ourselves a nice little base. We think we'll go 6 by 8. Yep. The night's coming in. You tend to get attacked more at night, especially if you're in somewhere like the Black Forest. Lots of bad memories there. A lot of bad memories in the swamp. Don't be drenched in cold. Yeah, ever. Ever. Whoops, 2. So we're just spending some stone to raise the ground there. I'll try leveling it just to... There we go. So yeah, making sure the ground's holding our house up. You think about it and you're like, hey, this guy's making a lot of sense. I'm gonna put a hole right there. Because you can't put a fire pit on wood. That'd be just too silly. And we're out of wood. So, this is what we got for now. Let's go chop down some trees, which will make noise, which will attract. There's a neck. The enemies, at least, are very weak here. Necktail is nice. We can... This is a beech tree. Let's chop it down while we're here. It sounds like cowards talk. Where I come from, we only put the fire pit on wood. Yeah, stuff will catch on fire in this game. Hey, see, look. Carefully aimed our felled tree. Banged into this next one. It's about like 80 hit points of damage you gotta do to complete the tree chop. As you might expect, Stone Axe is pretty terrible at it. You can eventually... There's a power you can get. There's lots of powers in this game. Let you get temporary buffs. In a nice densely populated forest. Densely treed forest. You can get some nice chain reactions. But anyway, you can get like a power up. And most of them are like use once every 20 minutes for a 5-minute buff. So some will like raise your defense. Some will improve your tree chopping. Your tree-chopping abilities. Dave, have you played Mountain Blade 2? Man, I haven't even heard of Mountain Blade 1. There we go. Man, 3 hits to kill that guy. That's pretty terrible. All right. We get resin from the little trees, and the other guys drop resin too. Resin will make you a little fire. It's a good thing. So we can mark our place with torches. Also, resin does not last super long. Don't let it get wet. So in this, they come from rain. Yeah. It's a terrible thing. All right. You don't want to skimp on your initial floor size because we're going to be stuck with it after the fact. We also have a weak point in our house in the corner there. Boop. Boop. I think if we'll do one more. That should be plenty. We got a rock that I can't do anything about right now. Although... Hey, man. So I staggered him with my first 2 blows. If you're counting the hit points, you can see I did a lot more damage with the last one. Yeah, because we knocked him over. Hello, Hugin. All right. So, we could build a door, but... Doors are for, oh my goodness, hello Hugin. Doors are for cowards. We're on team gate. Now that's an entrance that'll put hair on your chest. Wait, before I trash this, let's fix our stuff. Fix our stees. I guess I could pick up the resources. We're gonna have to go chop, unfortunately. Put a crafting into the house. Oh, I'm in the way. Also, let's get the cooking station going. I believe I have some necktails. Oh, yeah. I have 1 necktail and it's cooking. All right, we took out the supports, so now the degradation will, take care of that for us. We're still gonna need to chop down some trees, Then we're gonna need to get, oh my goodness, hello? Remember when I was like, hey, this guy kind of hangs out too much? You all dismissed me. You were like, oh, I'm sure it's not that bad, Dave. Oh, my necktail. There we go. That will turn into charcoal if you take too long. Can you eat this? Look at that little buff it gave us. That's the good stuff. That's what we're talking about. All right, I like to have too many doors. It's just the right amount. Now, it'd be nice to have a wall and a roof so we could put a bed down and actually stave off the elements. So that's going to be our next priority, because a bed needs to have warmth to be usable. And it'll give us a respawn point, which is also a nice little thing. Look at that. Got a nice little dream house in the works. Wait. Oh yeah, we can't use our workbench anymore because I impatiently destroyed its previous covering. Hugo just cares a lot for me. You know what? I never thought of it like that. Hey, listen! You know what? Just streaming on Twitch feels great. It's good to be back. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Very short notice, pretty late, not great hours for everybody. Just the way I like it. Yo, get Dave stream. Hey man, praise the sun. So first I read your name is Hercules, and then I read it as Hercalis, and that's what I'm sticking with. But you know what? Calluses are useful. Convenience is a poor man's game anyway. You know what? Sign me up. So this is always a philosophical debate I have. Do you put, because you can see, oh hey, we've got like a smooth side. Do you put the smooth side in so you can enjoy it, or do you have it out? I feel like the beams should be inside, right? The cross supports. But does look a little smoother if they're not. All right, getting the first one down is a pain. Now we're on. Well, now we're out of wood. Making a house takes a lot of wood, and making a castle. Put the beams inside myself. Oh, how do you get them out? I'm sorry. I say dumb things. I wish I didn't. Gotta keep your home aerodynamic. That's true. And you know what? Water will absolutely trash your home. In real life, I guess I was mostly giving you pointers for real life, but also in this game. That way you're better protected from attackers. I don't follow, but I agree. We killed the grayling by dropping a tree on him. Yeah, if it rains and you don't have a roof, so basically roof materials have the property of stopping water. Makes sense, right? The science checks out. If you don't have a roof, the water will hit whatever is down there, like those flooring platforms we just placed, and will damage them and erode them, and they're gonna eventually break. No, we don't have all the wood we need. Not even close. But might be able to do this next step here. 3. Some people have like a flying mod they use. This is what I've heard. I don't use it. How tall does this place need to be? This is not our forever house. We're just gonna put up a thatch roof here. All right. Tuck this into the corner. I demolish and reposition my workbenches a lot. Sweet. Flint axe. Sure, 1 wood. This game. He got me. Wait. Boom. There's 2 wood. Alright. Just going from a stone axe to a flint axe. It's going to give us faster chopping. A little 33% bonus. Yeah, and that's kind of just donezo for now. Alright, let's enjoy our slightly increased chopping speed. How much does the weather affect building? Okay. The biggest thing, in my opinion, is if you're building in the rain, that's impacting your stamina, and that is a pain. Like, running out of stamina is the game, basically. Also, if you want to be really eco-friendly, you don't even have to chop down trees, because there's lots of felled logs, so you can just work off of the deadfall. And that's going to help prevent forest fires, which is something only you can do. This will end poorly. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that ends in tears. Hey, Grayling. Yeah, 2 hits now, see? If you build a flat roof, does snow collapse it? It's kind of difficult to build a flat roof to begin with, because if you look at our building components... Wait. Alright. As I was saying, if you look at your building components... these are our roof pieces and they all have slopes. Granted, I really recommend the shallower slope, so it's flatter. Snow doesn't build up to cause collapse in this game, though. Basically, like, the actual roof pieces are virtually indestructible. What's up, neck? I don't know why they're called necks. They're lizards, but that may just be some Norse thing, I don't know. I also don't know what an Eiðkir is, but there is one. For now. There are 4 spirits that get mad if you chop trees? Yeah. and even just the Greylings hate it. You go in a black forest and start chopping trees, oh my goodness. They are on your case. Alright. Alright, one noteworthy thing, which is good to nip in the bud, is you need to not die of smoke inhalation in this game. They thought of everything. So, it's good to mark where your chimney is going to be earlier on. Because, yeah, you absolutely need one. Oops. Also, building a roof can be complicated in this game. They tend to collapse. Just having stable wood stuff is kind of a challenge at the beginning of the game. Once you get access to core wood, which I could go to the Black Forest. I'd rather have armor before I did that. There we go. You can see the axe blows were being weakened because I was hitting multiple things. In a lot of games, like, you can hit 2 enemies with 1 attack, and yeah, still too hard. And, you know, it's no big deal, right? Not so in Valheim. The damage gets split. Yeah, that one. We gotta start taking bets on which way the tree is gonna go. Put your smoke vents nice and low so you can hotbox your home. You will die in your sleep if you hotbox your home. No joke. Yeah. Kids. Carbon monoxide is the real killer out there. I have another necktail. Let's have some mush. Speaking of hotboxing. Back when I was Dave with long hair, I got asked for drugs very regularly. Just driving somewhere uptown. It's my buddy Jay. Or Reese, no, we were at Jay's house. Anyway, guys drive up next to us and we're like, yo, do you have any mush? And young from the country Dave said, what's mush? Because in the country, we have nothing or meth. And there's nothing in between. That's country selection. I've never associated long hair with drugs. I got asked for drugs so much. All right, so I've committed one of the classic blunders. There it is. You can put markers on your map. And that's what we should do, because we've got ourselves a little house here. All right, Viewerheim. All right, welcome to Viewerheim, everybody. Well, yeah, if other people were to join us, you can do that so people can see you. Boy Scout Dave is too innocent. Man. I don't even know how to respond to that. Boy Scout Dave was pretty innocent. All right, we've got ourselves a good thing going here. Now we get to move on to the dangerous part, which is my #1 leading cause of death in Valheim. I mentioned that some people use mods to fly. I don't. So we have to get ourselves, and the ladders are nice and awkward in this game. We have to start building up so we can get high enough to access a roof. Yeah, that's out of building range. There we go. And that is why we use this type of roof. You can see it's already nearly collapsing. There we go. So let's get serious. 4X Dave is a war criminal. I'm gonna put this out there, and this is gonna sound bad. But like, in real life, like we're all kind of, like 4X games talk about like different races, but they actually mean different species, you know? The Darlocks don't owe us anything. And I mean, what's wiping them out? Favor of the galaxy, that's what. And say, yeah, oh, it's not a good look, but you know what? I'm only loyal to humanity. Can't commit a war crime against the Bullrathi or the Darlocks or what have you. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna give Jack Nicholson's speech from A Few Good Men. That'd be one worth memorizing. Right before he shouts, "You can't handle the truth." Does the classic and inspirational, "Hey, why Caliber? Welcome." The classic Aaron Sorkin characters who aren't the least bit sorry. Yeah, so those deer were running. These boars will gore you. That was my introduction to this game, was like showing up at the spawn point and just immediately fighting for my life against a horde of wild boar. In the night, no less. Yeah, exactly. Didn't see them sign the Geneva Convention. You gotta opt in. Is that the Y Caliber? I'm gonna assume so. The Darlocks were friendly and peaceful. Yeah, I mean, look, I understand. Oh, my flint axe broke. Some of my argument breaks down when you recognize that, like, I have historically accidentally declared war on the wrong species before and just wiped them out anyway. But it was pretty funny. All right, we just squashed a raspberry bush. I think that thing's gone forever, which is a bad thing. There are mods that let you plant them, which is super helpful. I think 5 raspberries let you plant a bush. This is a game where I think, partly because it's an early access, but it's worth having a couple mods in your back pocket. Boars are neat animals because of how spiteful and stubborn they are. Yeah. Yep. Whoa. Okay, so we took 13 hit points, or we're down 13. I thought I saw a slightly bigger number, but no matter. That would be half our health if we didn't have a full stomach. Yeah, boars are terrifying in real life. Mad respect to people born in the year of the boar. I remember always wanted to be in the year of the dog myself. Because, you know, dogs. I'm not sure which one I'm actually in. I just know it's not the dog. Alright, there we go. That'll let us add cross support. Alright, this is the real final boss. It's cool. Yeah. Alright. And now, the final touch. It's the final touch. Okay. I've made it so I can't get over there. That's fine. I'm happy about it. You're the pig here. Yeah, Team Boar, man. Enjoy. Mad respect for your ability to gore. Which is exactly what it sounds like. Oh, you saw me. I was too slow. Okay, this is the one. Boom, boom. And now it's supporting it. Clever little system they've got in this game, eh? Okay, let's see if... Alright, we got a couple things we got to deal with here. Is that going to be strong enough to stay up on its own? Alright. I think that's going to collapse. Yep, right into the fire. Okay. The good news is that aligns perfectly with where our chimney is. Bad news is we might not have enough strength. How's the game coming along, Dave? By which you mean Rain and Jericho? Well, I was on the PlayStation blog last week, which was mostly terrifying, if I'm being honest. Yeah, announcing the PS5 version, damn it, of the game. So that's neat. Very stressed out working on it. If I'm keeping it 100. Okay. Can we make it snap to the right spot? I don't know. Okay. We have more immediate concerns anyway. Let's just finish off. That could have been a fatal fall, by the way. And I haven't placed a bed yet. Oh, you know what? With this guy in place, that might provide enough support to hold the roof up. Nope. That is how those conversations... Dang it! Nice. How those conversations usually end. Hey, it might be strong enough, and it never is. Wood in this game, it's not that strong. And like, monsters could attack and knock this place over in a heartbeat, and they will. That's a kind of regular occurrence. Like, the enemies are actually alarmingly spiteful in Valheim. Out of wood. Like, even just a grayling will just walk up and start punching. You know that blog? Oh, thanks, man. Nice to get some feedback. The roof has a nice sense of comedic timing. Thanks. Hey, thanks for saying about that blog article. That was... I don't want to talk about it anymore. Well, time to get myself some water. It's vaguely ASMR-ish. Oh, headshot. Well, how do I feel about the logging industry? I'm starting to feel like they're onto it. Onto some good stuff. Thank you for sharing that. High caliber. Also, it's harder than you might think. Because I'm just chopping a tree. I'm gonna look at the chat window. That's Hugin, don't you worry about him. Even if things end up a bit too hairy, we'll all float on. If a tree falls on Dave and no one is around, is it a stream? I'll have you know I am a good handyman. I patched drywall today. Which is... honestly, that is actually a big feat, because that's one of those things where you have to work up the effort to care about. I would tell the story behind it, but that'll probably go in the next blog article. But a couple weeks ago, game development, because got some indie cred here, it involved shoveling manure. And you're thinking, how can that be remotely connected to making a video game? The answer is, I'll tell you, but that'll go in the next blog. Oh no, I matched that paint like a boss. You even got like the right roller so the contour matches. All the paint cans, all the spare paint cans are stored in a place that never freezes. The basement. I don't know why I picked that dandelion. They're not particularly helpful. Yeah. Do you think that should be filled in? I'm kind of cool with it like that. Hey. Let's get that neck meat going. There we go. Yeah, all those piles look good. Oh. I legitimately had a rag tunic. Well, let's wait for this to come off. There it is. And let's stand up. Okay, and then set ourselves on fire. 1 sec, I'm just gonna get out of the wood house. There we are. That's one way to warm up. Yeah, that's a legit strategy, actually. If you're in a bad situation in a fight, setting and it's wet out or whatever, like if you're in the swamp, running through the flames is absolutely on the menu. Looks like arson's back on the menu, boys. Okay, is that going to strengthen this? No. Well, maybe it did a little bit, actually. It could be redder. Let's try one more. Oh yeah, baby. Good thing I didn't make this one level higher. All right. Let's curve that. And then put on... We'll do this to cap our chimney. If we stand there, we'll be huffing smoke and we will absolutely begin to take damage from it. Oh, cool, I ran out. Ironically, I could get some from chopping that down. Although I need a bed as well, so. Then we'll have the base. And we can focus on objective 2. Yeah, nothing to worry about. I know you freaked out. I know you guys did. It's all good. Anyway, get our bed, and our base will be kind of set up. Then we get some resources. Then we go deer hunting. I'll take that sweet, sweet resin. Thank you. You get a lot of it. It goes away quickly. If you like a well-lit space, which I do. 24 wood, yeah, that should be enough. Oh, I feel cold, guys. That's the dark side of the Force. All right. Boom. Yeah, that should vent pretty well. If there's angled rain, it could come in. I think it won't hit the fire, though, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, man. I'm going to jump off a lower point. See, look at him. He's charging. He's fixing to trash this thing. All right. Knock it down. Wood recovered. Thankfully, like, resources don't deplete. You know, like if you build something and then trash it, you don't lose the materials. They don't decrease. You get 100% yield back, which is really nice. One of the many reasons why this game is better than something like Don't Starve. All right. Put the bed in the corner. Sure, you're invited, Hugin. All right. And now we can sleep the night away. Smoke is a 1x1 tile. Yeah, we're good. I've built a fair share of chimneys. All right, what do we got here? I would rather, whatever, it's fine. Let's get some chests. I'm a big believer in good chest organization. Oh wow, we could get the chopping block. Let's actually go do that first. We just need to gather flint. Flint is near the water. Necks are near the water, but I want to grab some of those as well. When I killed those boars, I didn't get meat. That's a tragedy. 8. Oh yeah, your skills degrade when you die, by the way. Unless you die a whole bunch of times in a row. Boom. 9, 10. See if we can find a couple more, though, since we're already at the water. That's just a funny reflection. I swam for a second. Now I'm officially wet, so you can see in the corner I'm rested now that I slept in a bed. The more comfortable your room is, the more minutes of buff you'll get. Although, like, 10's pretty good. I think the day-night cycle it's on the order of like 20 minutes or 30 minutes in this game. So, there's a piece of flint. Flint will just keep spawning there as well, by the way. Cool. Some necktails. We can cook that. Also, take a look at my wet timer. Now that we're near fire, it's rapidly going down. And that's a neat thing. No materials to repair, another nice little detail. Put a chopping block beside it, that's gonna upgrade this. So now we can make fire arrows. with resin. Might have to reopen it though. Yeah, now they're on there. Not enough feathers. I'll upgrade the hammer. Yeah, okay, I'll upgrade the flint axe too. Why not? And now, because we have a level 2 workbench, can't upgrade it any further. So that added durability to our hammer, which is really nice. You can see it's got 2 stars now. Oh yeah, and then I was gonna do a couple other things, but let's start with going hunting, which would be a lot easier with a bow. Heading to Yellowstone. Well, enjoy, man. Thanks for coming out, Corey, who was unavailable. Can't help but notice you're living up to your namesake there. But yeah, Valheim's it's a pretty relaxing game with the one caveat that, like, it's a good before bed game, as long as you don't do something like go to the swamp, which is a place where it's always raining and there's lots of leeches that are the size of a human. They still sort of crawl around in the water like a leech. They're just that big. And lots of things that are poisonous, and yeah, you're always wet, so your stamina's kind of weakened. Yeah, as long as you don't go somewhere like that, pretty nice. Someone's little tree fort. Could have trashed that for some materials. As a matter of fact, the awkward situation of we don't have enough wood to build the workbench to get the wood. Come on. And yeah, it would have been faster to chop a tree. You're right. There we go. Now we can build this and do... My favorite is the elegant solution. There we go. Now we just let nature run its course, or help speed it up. All right. Also, I could have picked up branches. All right, keep your eyes peeled. Let's get that necktail and let's fill up on fresh food. Sometimes it's easier to hear the deer as well. Is that? Oh, that's just a log. Sometimes you can find beehives. A beehive. A natural one. And they contain a queen bee. And you can take that queen bee and make a beehive of your own. And you keep the bees happy. One moment, and they'll make honey for you. And you can turn that honey into mead or other food products. Oh, this guy's about to... that's like my pet peeve. I'm off dealing with something else and you jump in on me? Where am I? At work? Ooh, how'd the mead turn out, man? And what differentiates a mead from something else? As a guy who doesn't really drink. Yeah, boring, right? I make good pizza. It keeps like running. Yeah. See, if we could get leather, we could make a bow and arrow and hunt it much more efficiently. Because one well-placed arrow ought to do it. Oh, I lost my patience at the wrong moment. The first time that's ever happened on camera. I didn't see which way Zig. There we go. That is a buck. That is what we want. That's what I'm talking about. No! This is how they had deer in real life, right? Just has like perfect vision. Patience is definitely not my best virtue. So I think playing games on emulators is partly to blame. Cause you just like, oh, that didn't turn out, I'll just save load or whatever. And then you kind of get used to that pace of game. A similar thing happened to me in Mario 3D World, where it's like, after doing Champion's Road, the rest of the game, like, you can't really play it anymore because it's too easy. Okay. He's done freaking out and I can actually approach from behind. And club it to death. And mount its antlers on my wall. Pursuit predation is a thing. Yeah, I was going to persistence hunt it. Boom. There we go. I can make some leather pants. Tanning rack to upgrade the workbench as well. By the way, we need a lot more of it. Oh, one other mod I'm using. Look at all that blood. Yeah, I hit it pretty hard. One other mod I'm using is a share map one, so if you're playing with friends, you can just go into the console and be like, hey, share map. Yeah, it says right there. Because maps don't share, which is ridiculous. That'll disappear on its own pretty quickly. Also, what am I wearing? Oh, those are stitches. I thought it was like some sort of animal print. Don't realize how bloody... I mean, yeah. About 6 liters of blood in a human. Can only imagine it's quite a bit higher for a deer. All right. So we're basically on the lookout for boar or deer. In particular, we want deer with antlers. We didn't get the trophy from that one, unfortunately, but yeah, we want deer with antlers. Someone has a fancier house. A fancier village. Oh, that won't do. All right. Commence Operation Clean Sweep. Kind of church-like structure. I wonder if I just offended Odin. Well, what's he gonna do about it? Dude can't even survive Ragnarok. Actually, you'll randomly see Odin just standing around in this game. There's also a merchant. This is more of a later on thing, but you come across... oh, that kind of is taking me back to territory I've already seen. You'll come across like dungeons and start getting money and things that can be exchanged for money. And then you can give them to a merchant, and he's got some interesting things. He's got like basically a hat that is a headlamp, which is incredibly helpful because the dark can get pretty dark in this game. I'd say the dark is about as light or dark as the light bloom is in this game, which I don't know if we've had a bloom blast yet, but oh my goodness, they've got it turned all the way up to 11. There we go. The bourgeois. 1 and 2. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Dave. Don't do it. Oh, it's trouble. It's the Black Forest. Of Black Forest ham fame. Alright. Don't worry about that sound. Or the fact that we have no armor. Maybe if I could just get some core wood. Yeah, okay, alright, alright. That's a Grey Dwarf, it's a little bit tougher. Blocking 1. Come on, attack me, man. Oh good, the rest wore off just in time. Grey Dwarf eyes, if you get 10 of those, and some Surtling cores, you can build yourself a portal. You need fine wood as well, which means you need an axe that can chop down a birch tree, which means you need bronze. So it's kind of, that's for later in the game. Hi, Hugin. Should I not go in the forest? Yeah, turn back. Joke's on you. I know it's dangerous. All right, do we have pine? No. There we go. Let's get this pine chopped down and get out of here. I've talked about the Black Forest many times. Like, oh man, they hear you chop trees. And I mentioned enemies like that. Trolls also hear you chop. And they're like 20 feet tall. And they'll pick up a tree and just start swinging it and knock down other trees. So hopefully you get to see me get murdered by one of them. They're really easy if you have lots of arrows and a bow with which to launch those. And then if you don't, you're in a bit of a tough spot if you also don't happen to have armor. Which, you know, oops. I'll take it. Leather scarps and meat. And bacone. He might be a raven, but he's calling you a chicken. Sounds like a good way to get lots of wood quickly. It is. It absolutely is. If you can kill the troll. Again, like, the thing is, you know how I said that one of my pet peeves is like you're in a fight with something and something joins in. There's also no rule that there can't be more than one troll. And like, there's level 3 trolls. Because, you know, enemies have levels. We've almost entirely seen level 1s. But, hey, a trophy finally. You can start coming across some pretty big trolls. And yeah, then it gets a lot more difficult. But hey, we found the Black Forest. There's copper in them there, Black Forest. Hey, man. Didn't get him in one hit. Got a boar trophy. Again, not super helpful unless you want to hang it on your wall. But the deer trophies are what we need to offer at that altar from way back when, which is going to be our ticket to getting the first boss. I just want to get maybe a little bit more stuff. All we can make is leather right now, so it'd be nice to have access to something better like bronze, but we don't. Because when you kill the first boss, you're gonna get a material with which you can build something that lets you mine, which will get you your copper, it'll get you your tin, and then you can combine those, and then you can get bronze. It's a lot of steps. Getting to the Bronze Age is a big deal in this game. Opens up an awful lot, and I would say getting a decent amount of iron is also a really big deal in this game, because getting iron's tough. Who here thinks iron is stronger than bronze? You can assume they put some carbon in it to make steel, man. Whenever people talk about the Iron Age, they put steel in it, man. Or put carbon in it to make steel. Modern iron might be. I mean, iron is an element on the periodic table. So, I mean, modern iron's the same strength. It's just if you put, different alloys in it, then it gets radically stronger. Bronze is iron and copper. Bronze is copper and tin, or sometimes there's arsenic in it, but you can imagine why they stopped using that to make the bronze. I'll give you a hint. It started paralyzing the smiths. That's why Hephaestus is lame. That's what happens when your stamina runs out at the beginning of a fight. Did I not get leather scraps? Alright. So how does that turn out? Oh, alloying metals completely changes their properties. It's not like it averages out to the same materials. Or it's like an average between the two. Like, even... Like, so you have iron and carbon to make steel, right? Much, much, much stronger. And then you add nickel and chromium, and all of a sudden it doesn't rust anymore. They all rust apart. Put them together, Dave has a background in metallurgy. Dave has a general sciences degree, which is a great degree to get. Yeah, the strength of iron comes from what you're adding to it. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you get some really cool stuff like, you know, what they were doing at Damascus steel, which, I mean, I guess we don't definitively know if we figured it out, but we can produce a pretty similar effect, which is probably the same thing. But yeah, that's some really crazy ways of introducing carbon into it. So we have some modern steels that are stronger, but I mean, Damascus, they basically had a steel as strong as what we can make now, 1,000 years ago. Because I know Elcid's... Yeah, they figured out how to get carbon nanorods into the steel. Which is insane. A metallurgical analysis of Elcid's blades showed that. Never rediscovered Greek fire. Yep, that was a well-kept secret. Damascus steel, the secret was only lost kind of recently. I think it was like in the 1900s. Just, yeah, the same way a lot of this stuff goes, right? Like, I read a book from Tim Severin, who's this, called the Jason Voyage. He's this guy, like a nautical historian, so he tries to see if like they can recreate, in this case, the voyage of Jason and the Argonauts using just the technology that was available at the time. So they tried building a boat similar to what Jason and the Argonauts would have used, and it takes them a really long time to track down anyone who even knows how the heck to build anything remotely in that style. And they succeed, and it's just like some old dude who has no heir apparent or anything. And so it's like, you know, if they had to do that a little bit later, might not have worked out. He'd done something earlier, a book called The Brendan Voyage, where he tried recreating the journey of St. Brendan, who is this monk who allegedly sailed from Ireland to North America in a leather boat before they were even making them out of wood. Anyway, they had to, all of that knowledge was lost. So they kind of had to just take their best guess at building it all from the ground up. Oh. Sometimes you can can I cross it out? Yeah. Can't trash it. Okay. Let's actually run back to the workbench real quick. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. Toss a little extra resin in there so it doesn't go out as soon, and we'll do it at the other end as well. I like marking the entrances. I thought I saw something skitter away. Could have been a bird or something like that. Alright, don't forget there's food on the fire. Sure, let's do it. And if you're watching, like, hey, I had to take a big step closer to that. One sec, let's make some wood arrows to retrieve the cooked meat. Yeah. You can see how maybe you'd accidentally set yourself on fire doing that. Alright. Got the bow on 3. 80 arrows is... I have no idea if that's enough, but the meat's done. And well on its way to turning into coal. Oh yeah, we gotta build some treasure chests. I was talking about the importance of good treasure chesting. I like to do the half wall. We want to get neck meat. There we go, and plunk that on the shelf. You know, 2's good enough for now, but that'll scale. So things that we're not going to pick up more of. Actually, I'm not even going to organize right now. Oh. Like if we're going to go hunting, like we're going to be picking up leather scraps and stuff, right? But maybe not, I don't know, we could just ditch it anyway. Maybe not Grey Dwarf Eyes though, because we'd have to go to the Black Forest for that. Maybe not core wood. And there we go. I could put another... Yeah. Alright. So we set the world on fire. Alright. Yeah, I'll get rid of... I'll get rid of the useless axe as well, which I'm totally it's going to be a pretty bad look if I run out of durability on my flint axe. We got a good thing going though. 2, 1, 0, sync them up. Okay. Got necktail, got some berries. In that case, I won't really need... Well, how much are we gonna get for the mushroom? 15 health, 20 stamina. Yep. Berries are getting boxed. All right. Begin the hunt round 2, and let's get a quick survey of what we actually need here. Upgrades on the flint axe would be nice to have. We would need to build a tanning rack though. That's gonna be a ton of stuff. What if we just get the basics? Hunt deer, hunt deer, hunt boars, okay. I'm probably not gonna bother with it, but good to know. And hunt deer. I think we should hunt deer. Too high a percentage of chrome. Huh. How does that set you back? I imagine it weakens it. So iron's very brittle, which is part of what makes it not super strong. Carbon will add a little bit of elasticity to it. Chromium is for stainless steel though, which is quite a bit weaker. But you know, it has other virtues, like it doesn't corrode. All right, we'll keep exploring. So boars are often around. By the way, which you can capture and breed. They're often around like mini settlements, so like these plain breaks in the middle of the wooded areas. Decent candidate for boar. Alright, I've actually had pretty bad luck hunting deer. Hopefully that improves though. We have 10 hit points, which will really slowly regenerate, but let's just get some food in this, because like, we're at the point where a boar could kill us in like 2 hits. I mean, I know I'm not carrying them right now, but I mean, you gotta get the raspberries, because jam will give you 40 and 40. 40 extra hit points, 40, or increase your max by 40 and 40. So 40 extra stamina, really good for fighting. Hey man. And 40 extra hit points is what I was gonna say. We were talking about metals, so I obviously got to stop for that. Weird that he ran out of the forest. We might be able to take advantage of that. Also, they can't really swim, so you can trap them by the water. This bow is terrible and shoots low, by the way. This is our chance. There we go. See my arrow? No, I can't pick it up. It's just gone. Do you want to turn sticky keys on? Microsoft never... Ah, no! Never ask me that again. Well. There's our stuff. You might think, we can never get that. Oh, a deer hide trophy. Hey, we got it. Yeah. Thank you, Tide. Guess the meat's too low. Oh, I'm drowning. Yeah, that happens a lot in this game. It's also very difficult to get out of water. They've got to make that easier. Your guy cannot do a chin-up to save his life. Yeah, we lost the meat, but we got the trophy, which is the important thing. So we only need one more trophy, and then I'm probably going to go for Aithkir. That's Black Forest. No, thank you. That's Black Forest. Also, no, thank you. That actually got a little bit closer than I thought it would. Deer trophy. Oh, man. And we don't even have full clothing yet. I mean, I kind of would like to get pants. I could make rags, I suppose. Whoa, did I hit it? I actually hit it with that second shot. That's awesome. Okay, one more deer hide gets us an article of clothing. Basis of any good civilization. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it'll take all we have. Ugh, there we go. A little bit of a panic shot. Ooh, deer hide ×2. Man. Look at it give. We also have one other dilemma, which I haven't brought up. Nice hut, man. Oh, I'm not carrying any of my wood with me, that's why. I didn't mark where the Aithkir altar was, but I think we can find it pretty easily, because it was not... I don't know. Someone want to rewind and check? It wasn't too far from the ritual altar, though. Oh. And he's goring me. Yeah, you're gonna get some goring. There we go. Greater than and less than, adjust the scale of the map, or the mini map in the corner. It's a good thing. Also, shoutouts to chat for the educational metalworking content. Much appreciated, Recalcitrant. What, the batteries explode as they melt down? Could be wrong about that, but I think the state of charge may affect that. Oh man. The longer you hold down the so yeah, winding up your bow, gotta draw it back. It's gonna use some stamina, but the longer you do it, the more accurate you get and the further it shoots, as you might expect. That actually kind of doesn't make sense. In real life, you don't just like keep pulling it back more and more, but just keep bending it. Oh, you know what? Maybe we didn't even need this. Wow, and the rags are actually pretty involved. All for one armor. I don't even know if this is worth making. And we don't even have the leather scraps we need to make a wooden shield. Ah, I'm good. We're rested. Let's find ourselves an altar. Uh-oh. Alright, good stuff. You'll notice I'm mostly limited on inventory space. If you don't have the high stacks mod, it changes how, like, that changes the weight calculation so you can carry much more. We'd normally be at like 100 out of 300 weight capacity. I think it's just the game's a bit smoother this way. Your inventory is already so limited. Oh hey, we found it. I kind of knew it wouldn't be hard. All right. Oh, I should have had a slightly fuller stomach. Okay. Hey everybody, it's Ith Gear. Yeah, he can do some damage. Oh, he deked me. All right, you've zapped me a few times, I'll give you that. It's very Pokemon-like in a way. Electric Stag Pokemon. Ah! You can see how helpful the bow is. Ugh. You can block that. But I don't really have a shield. You can block without a shield as well with a melee weapon, which is Shazbot, quite helpful. Bam. In the rump. Ithkir is a pretty easy boss in a lot of ways. As you can see, like, its pattern's not too crazy. He's the first one. They actually get pretty good. Also, even though we don't have... Oh boy. You know what? I'm just going to focus on what I'm doing here. I knew I was too close, and I didn't move anyway. Sorry, chat. I can't look right now. Oh, no, you're just talking about machines. Ugh. Talking about cars and stuff. Metals. Parts. The Ford Motor Company. So I blocked that. Took half damage. But as you might expect, bow and arrow not the best for blocking. There we go. And this is basically the plot of the Princess Mononoke. I'll take your trophy, and I'll take your hard antler. There we go. Hey, Hugin's here, and he's bringing tidings. All right. The wooden shield I used blocked all damage from this guy. Yeah, even if you just have an axe and a little bit of armor. But I was blocking mostly with the bow, because I was getting most of the damage in with the bow. I hit the tree with it. That's awesome. Can you fight the bosses more than once? Yeah, you put the stuff on the altar, and you often have to, because... So I got this hard antlers from him, which is going to let me build something that's going to open up the rest of the game. Because you can't harvest metal without it. Or, you know, something else that you would make out of metal. So, you need Ithkir, or you need the antlers for that. But if I died, all my stuff goes on my corpse, right? Yeah. They crack the rocks and bring down mountains. So check this out. We can go boop. Oh. There we go. Attach item. There we go. And now we've gained access to Aithgeir's power, which is going to let us just run like the wind. Check it. Look at how slowly our stamina goes down. Anyway, so I would need those antlers to progress the game. If I died, they would be stuck on my body, and you can't always get to your body. For example, if we take a look at this world map, you might be thinking, oh, the world's a sphere. Nope. It's flat, and there's just water flowing off the edge. And if you wanted to sail off the edge of the world, which I did, and while I was doing it, right on the final leg of the journey, because it took us a while, I was kind of like, man, we should leave our stuff in a treasure chest before we finish this last part. But we just went off the side of the planet with all of our gear, and it's just stuck there. I've tried to get it back 3 times, and now there's just 3 other tombs marking it. Yeah, so great success. My theory was that we would fall off the edge of the world, and I was right. So, wasn't worth it, but, you know, now you know. Fix stuff up, and we build ourselves an antler pickaxe. And now the world is our oyster. Oh, we can make ourselves a rug. Getting the tanning rack would be nice. I mean, all of this stuff is nice to have, right? I think I need... Oh, we'll tantalize you. We'll show you the last little bit. We'll titillate. Don't need that. Yeah, let's go with what we got now. Actually, it's night. All right, I'll show one more thing and then we'll call it a stream. Because my goal was to beat Aithgeir. Flat Earthers were right. No, the flat Valheimers were right. Earth, as we know, is a cube, and we all live on the inside of it. All right, let's get out of here. 'Tis early. Hi, Hugin. Yeah. Oh, there's tin. I think that's short. Oh, nailed it. But there's another. That's also... Oh, 2 for 2. 'Tis a good day. If you want to make good arrows, you need feathers. And if you want to get feathers, you gotta hunt birds, which I'm not super good at. But now we have wood arrows. Still, we're doing alright for now. Whee! That's fall damage. You take fall damage so easily in this game. Alright, where is the Black Forest? I can probably zoom in a bit. Alright, we're on our way. We're on the right path. And I cannot stress this enough. I mean, I would probably still rely on the base I've made. Although the Black Forest it's a decent place to set up a base. It definitely is going to get attacked more. There's a lot more Grey Dwarfs and Greylings and Brutes and Shamans and Trolls. And if a Troll comes for your base, it's kind of... Ooh, blueberries. I can make jam if I have a cauldron. I don't. Alright. That right there. Okay. Alright. Yeah, these guys. Alright. Yeah, so when I was like, there's a lot more of them, here they are. We got the whole class here. Oh, ice gear. Ah. Okay. Maybe we won't be gathering tin today, which is also noisy and attracts visitors. If I can get on top of this rock. All right, we're just gonna have to do it this way. There went our stamina. Okay. I'm trying to pick off the weak ones. The brute we definitely want to save for last. Hey, thanks guys. You can see they live in a society. They like to hang out together. 13 hit points. Ah! Skills lowered. Pull out the traditional Viking grenade launcher. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Alright, well, I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like a punk. And we can't use Ice Care for another 14 minutes. So this is where having friends is nice, because you can only have one of those powers at a time. Yeah, that's not too bad of a jog. Yes, you can only have one of those. But, you know, if you have a buddy who takes, like, Bone Mass, who's a later one, and another guy who takes Elder, then we can sort of all have the buffs going. And it hits everyone who's kind of nearby you as well. So you can, yeah, share the buffs. All right, welcome to a key part of Valheim, which is getting back to your body. My ancestors would be proud. Oh, thanks, guys. I did fight bravely. Just wasn't enough hit points in the tank. Later on, you can make healing potions. That's way more useful than mead. Although you can make, like, poison resistance mead is basically essential to beat the game. I would say, like, I guess you might be able to take out Bone Mass without it, but it sure helps. All right. I'm going to immediately eat that. Get our max hit points up. Because those guys, we didn't actually move that far. Yeah. Look at, you can see my handiwork. I pulled a Boromir. And now this is normally where you take some time re-equipping your armor. We're done. Oh yeah, and let's get a full tum-tum-tum. Yeah, we've got some space in the inventory. I would like to deal with that brute kind of sooner rather than later. There's a surefire way to attract him. All right, is this a copper? No, that doesn't look shiny enough. Copper is pretty inefficient to mine, but it does come in large clumps. Oh yeah, it's the stupid... okay. I should have known it would be here. Well, I got the rematch I wanted. Neat, neat. All right, we can nearly go down to a one-on-one, which is much easier. He nearly killed me already. Man, I timed that block too. And you might think, oh, you must get a really good reward for a brute. Nah. Ugh. Although, you do get an ancient seed, I guess. You do need those to summon the next boss. So I guess that's kind of good. All right. Let's look inside of here. This is a great way to harvest stone. Is there the stupid thing? No. Alright, well, let's get away from here because sometimes skeletons live in there as well. Stone fort. Back into the Black Forest. Made me go all Samurai Jack. Oh! GTFO! Naked, 2 arrows, and a troll? No, thank you. No, sir. Is he still following us? I maybe got away before he noticed me. Oh, no. We are up the creek. We got off easy. Hunting trolls is a big deal. Like, you can get troll leather out of it. Make yourself some decent gear. I prefer metal stuff, but yeah, we're in no place to really gun for that right now. Naked 2 arrows and a troll sounds like a good Saturday night. Hey, well, I hope you are having a good Saturday night. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. 79 damage. How great would that have been against the brute? All right, begin the search. All right, we're gonna run out of inventory space. Yeah, we're maxed out now. Get rid of the dandelion. Thistles are really useful though. Not now, but you want to collect them early. Thistle plus meat, like we're cooking our meat on the fire right now. We're gonna want to stop doing that because eventually you can get intestinal linings. Once you have those, they're called entrails. But you know, let's just own it. Once you get those, you can combine them. Another stone fort. That's kind of bad news. With raw meat and thistles, and you can make sausage out of it. And sausages are great. So always have a good stash of thistles on hand. I wanted to get him while he was staggered, and I kind of was maybe a bit too twitchy because of it. I think that was a deer. The wildlife make really weird sounds in this game. Alright, market. Stone. Fort. Sausage. That's on the docket for tomorrow. Gonna do breakfast lunch. Have some Gordon Ramsay style scrambled eggs with breakfast sausage on rye bread. I'm excited to eat it. And some pizza a la Dave is currently, the dough is fermenting on the countertop overnight. It's gonna be a good day for food. Not the healthiest, although I make a pretty healthy pizza. As long as you don't over cheese it, and you can have a moderate amount, an appropriate amount of cheese, and you got yourself a pretty healthy meal. Eh? It's copper, Bobby. All right. This is going to attract trolls. It's going to be a bad time. Did we get... Okay, we got stone, but no copper ore. That also happens a lot. Come on. Well, the stamina recovers. We're not rested, so it's a little trickier. Copper ore. All right. Can we make the smelter? Hugin, where did you even show up? You need way more copper than that, just so you know. And you need Surtling cores to make copper. Yeah, we're like several steps away. We're not going to be smelting copper tonight, but this is where you find it. And tin is typically located closer to the water, and you can just sort of spot it, you know, because it'll be a little reflective. And they're much tinier, and you're guaranteed tin from a tin deposit, whereas this whole copper deposit could be mostly stone. And hey, gathering stone's helpful. Once we start masonry, yeah, so all of this has gotten us 2 copper ore. Let's check in with Hugin. Oh, and most importantly, see you at... it's a level 2 Grey Dwarf. Eventually we're gonna get a bronze hauberk and it'll be great. Yeah, you need Surtling cores, and those are gonna be in dungeon areas. Hugin, I'm just trying to pick up other stuff. All right. Search for them. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so there's going to be dungeons. Some of them will be troll caves. And you'll see these stone formations that look like a hole in the ground. So we got to go exploring for those. And that is going to lead you to a cave. The cave will sometimes have Surtling cores as... which is just like a hot thing. That'll have those as an item you can pick up. You grab them. Come on. They heard. All that stuff I was saying about chopping trees being dangerous. They heard. Oh my goodness. Alright. We'll have Ithgear in 2 minutes. Either way, I marked it on my map. Let's see if we can get to the water. That might be safer. Yeah, run. Fly, you fools. There's no brutes, at least. The brute's a lot stronger. We've got a level 2. Oh, low stammy stams. Alright. Just killed your buddy. Maybe you want to back off? No? Okay. Alright, do it. I want you to hit me. Okay, did not quite get the perfect block. Oh, he's nearly killed me. Okay, sweet. Lots of thistles for tomorrow. What do we got? So, I mean, there's a greater chance that I'm going to run into necks here, but, Oh, okay, I guess there's skeletons as well. There's different types of damage in this game. Oh, shoot. I'll do it for the stream. Alright. Is it a troll cave? Hi, Hugin. Alright, burial chambers. Alright. Oh, my pants broke. That's so neat that your pants can break. And it's on me for not fixing them up. And we have no inventory for stuff. Oh, crap! No shield. Okay. This is not an ideal setup. What do we get rid of? Oh, wait, we can just stack up. There we go. We had some inefficient stacking going on. I will grab the glowing mushroom. Okay. And you're thinking, hey, these skeletons aren't so bad. There can be worse. I mean, they can be on higher levels, but there's also just worse enemies. I was mentioning that there's different types of damage. So like, you're gonna do edged damage from the axe. Yeah, I'll take the glowing mushrooms. Mark a breadcrumb trail for myself. I also stick pretty religiously to the left wall hug, unless you know, switch to the right wall hug to spice it out. You know, if I want to impress people. I mentioned that you can buy from the merchant an item that's basically a headlamp, and this is where they get useful because there could be little treasures on the ground I'm walking past. As a matter of fact. Let's go out into the night. Let's go out to find some light. Oh, Nelly. Okay, so that bone pile was going to keep spawning skeletons indefinitely, and there were two. That worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with their performance given the, you know, the clothing situation. Surtling core. All right. No room in inventory to pick up a ruby. Yeah, Grey Dwarf Brute Trophy we can live without. We don't really need the trophies and the ambers and the so on and the whatnots. Yeah. Oh, we took the pearl. Okay. What's the next most useless thing? Yeah, a necktail. I mean, I don't even really need the amber as well, but it's, you know, can be converted to money, so. The big thing is the cores, because now we can forge our stuff. We need 5. Where'd they go? 4. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good haul. Okay, so I heard something. That's always exciting. Good to know I'm not alone in here, because this would be scary to be alone in. All right, we're at the entrance again. Number 5. Okay, we can build ourselves. So what we're gonna want is 10 Surtling cores, maybe like 14. Oh boy. These guys take more damage from blunt. So if I made a club or use metal to make a mace. Oh, I caught him unprepared. Skeleton trophy. Trophies are mostly useless. Don't worry about that sound of arrows being fired into a human body. Our first goal is to get 10 cores though, because we can make a kiln and we can make, you know, that other thing, a forge. Forge is no good without coal, which you need to, you know, fire it up. All right, a successful plundering. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Keep it on the map, mark it as complete. and I'm just going to head back to base. I'll show you the workflow. Oh dear. All right, time to start running. Okay, there's that sparkle off to the right. Ah, there's a brute. That sparkle was probably a shaman. Yeah. That's a dwarf, gray dwarf shaman. They have AoE and poison magic, and I mean, they're not too bad. The brute's probably the strongest of the bunch, but I'm just not feeling it. Okay, I gotta be true to crap. Hey, tin! Oh, dang it. Okay, all right. I'll do it for the tin. Even though I only have like 2 copper. Yeah, come on. Yeah, get some. I don't know if you noticed I timed the parry. Ah, you got a friend. If there's a spawner nearby, this will just not stop. No, it's just a little grayling. Come on, man. Just fight me. I'm wasting my ice cure on this and I don't like it. Oh, they're afraid of the fire. There we go. As you can hear me furiously mashing to try getting the killing blow in. What can we chuck? I can't quite eat the cooked necktail. There we go. And now we have room. Tin. Again, without the stacking mod, tin is like, all metals are really, really heavy. And again, I think it's just, the game's a little more enjoyable without having to deal with that. And I think we already got all the tin. It's usually kind of in these loose clusters though. Is that a tin ore? No, that's a stone. Yeah, alright, let's get out of here. I believe I was panicking. Tin I could totally cross off, but I'm not convinced there's nothing else out there. Also, we're doing pretty well for a no... Oh, crap! No armor game. Sup, man? The old man-bear pig. Alright, we have another minute and 44 seconds of ice cure. We're not able to run as long because it's cold and we're not rested anymore. So, you know, that sucks. But yeah, almost back at Valheim. If you want to have your forge or your kiln indoors, you have to have a pretty big place, and that's just not going to happen until you have stone working, basically. And that's not going to happen until you have iron, and that's not going to happen until you can access the swamp, so it's not going to happen for a while. But yeah, once you can cut stone, oh my goodness, the world's your oyster. Yeah, we would have to be able to beat the next boss. What's the scariest thing to run into this game? It kind of depends. So, like, by your base, a troll. Because they can, like, we've got a castle that I'm sure I worked on for 20 hours. If you guys see my Dragon Quest Builder stuff, you know I can get pretty serious about something. So yeah, if they appear next to your base, they can just trash it. And if they appear next to your base when you're not there, that's pretty terrifying, which is why we have a wall around the castle now and a moat around the wall. All right. with 17 seconds of run left. But yeah, trolls are relatively low level. What's my least favorite? I would say the swamp is my least favorite in general. There's like, this is not in the swamp, but in the plains, there's these things called death mosquitoes, which have a really strong attack. It's just a mosquito that's like the size of your head, and they can mess you up. So they're kind of scary because they're just this glass cannon. They have 10 hit points, and attack from anything basically kills them, but they'll kill you dead. And like you can just be sailing too close to them, too close to the coast, and they'll just show up and kill you. All right, we're approaching organization time, but no need yet. This is kind of dangerous to plunk outside because we don't have, anywhere safe to put it. One sec, let's get the hoe out. Try leveling this ground a bit. Can we plunk? Yeah, there we go. So we got 25 wood in there. I'm gonna mind my own business in here for a minute. I'm sure I have stone in one of these. Yeah. Put the stone away. Oh, we had a double stack there. You can hear the sounds of it getting spat out. All right, the bling is gonna go in here. Yep, good. That's kind of blingy too. Yeah, I like to label things. Once we have charcoal, we can actually make labeled signs. So I like to do that. There's a couple different solutions you can take. So we could have like a top and a bottom label here. It'd be like, yeah. Let's just see what's in this top one. Kind of a mix. But let's say it's going to be food. Food, and then big space, and then other. Look at that. Food and other. That's kind of like building materials and plants, and like that should go in the bling chest. That's a neck trophy. You get the idea. It's organization, but it's important because you're going to have a billion of these chests. I already put non-food in the food chest. Here we go. Boom, and some raw ingredients. And I ditched my necktail, so that's it for food. Put like building materials in this one. There we go. The first semblances of organization. All right, we've got some coal. We don't have enough Surtling cores to have both of these things going at once, but I'll just show you the gist. Getting the smelter going. So we chuck our ore in one side. We're not going to have enough coal to fire through all this, but we have 7, so we'll get a couple metal. It just pops out the other side after a little wait. So ideally we would go to bed and then just wake up with a pile of stuff. But yeah, we can start getting things going out of the forge. Start labeling. Start addressing our deplorable armor situation. Still not bad. All right, we got our copper. Forge is the next crafting station, and kind of the only other one. There's a couple others, but they only really have like one-off stuff coming out of them. But yeah, Forge is going to be what gives us access to like all this metal equipment, and it's super great. We'll just plunk it right beside when we have enough copper, but that won't happen until we do more copper mining, and that won't happen. Oh boy. So yeah, meaningfully getting going like with a new set of metal is such a big deal in this game. Anyway, that's all I'm going to show today. Hope you liked Valheim. I'd do it again if you guys are interested. I could open up the server for next time if people wanted to hop in, which, by the way, is dangerous. Yeah, dangerous big time. Also, I mean, Hades is something I'd love to do as well. But, yeah, that's the plan for now. Let me know what you think. And I'm going to port this over. I'm pretty sure it's still recording. Yeah. Oh, start recording. Dang it. I could have sworn I must have accidentally hit the recording button at some point. Let's see here. Let's give Windows a second to open up Windows Explorer here. There it is. Okay, today's date. Okay, I have like 9 gigabytes of recording, but I must have accidentally hit the record off switch a little while ago. Oh well. I think I can just export this from Twitch as well. Anyway, thanks for coming out, everybody. Yeah, we'll do this again sometime. And yeah, we've got some good options for streaming games. So yeah, I'll see you there. Have a good night, everyone.